Hello everyone and good evening. I hope you're all doing very well. Thank you very much for coming in. You're already very chatty here at our chat. You have been already writing where you've been watching us, where are you watching us from the moment. So please keep on telling us where you're watching us. I want to thank everyone for being here. We have an amazing webinar. And as the sign right here says, that we have an amazing webinar, which is basically we're going to be talking to you on the ways you're going to be making money for Christmas, for this Christmas. So I'm really happy that you're all here, getting excited, getting comfortable. Obviously, this is a webinar, so we are not seeing you, you're seeing us at the moment, but you could get comfortable, get your forever favorite product with you. Obviously, mine is the aloe vera gel, but maybe a nice cup of tea, a lovely herbal tea. Just get relaxing, have your notepad ready, because we're going to be sharing a lot of information about this great new campaign, which started a few days ago. So we have an amazing agenda, and we have really great speakers that will be sharing their knowledge, because one of the things that we love in Forever is to support you in the best way possible. So obviously you could be in different positions in our marketing plan. You could have been in Forever for a few months or maybe a couple of years, but all of this information I think will benefit you and your business to take you to the next level. Now I'm here with my jumper. They asked me to wear something festive, so thank you very much for the comments. We actually bought this a few months ago, so that is to show you exactly that Christmas and the shopping experience has started for all of us, and my wife had the intuition to buy this. And I looked at her and said, why are you buying this? So I want to thank her publicly for that, because this is the reason I'm having this on. And the change is happening. Obviously, for me, it's quite of a big change that I've moved to a new country for a few months now. But the weather, everybody has been telling me about the weather. I would never have expected, to tell you the truth, that 2 days ago I would be outside, 30 degrees sunshine, and 2 days after I will be here with a Christmas tree on my right, with my Christmas jumper, and talking to you about Christmas. But this is what Forever does in our lives, but we're really happy that you guys are all here. Okay, so basically Christmas is a wonderful opportunity, as I said, so that you could be using to finish this year very strong. We believe that if you use this campaign, use this season coming up, you could have a great potential to move you to the next level. Maybe it is that you want to achieve supervisor, or maybe you want to earn some extra money, or maybe you want to go to manager, or even beyond. So we have lots of information we're going to be sharing with you, and I want to start and get off, because I think a lot of you are already in. This webinar has been recorded, so you could have a chance to watch it later on or share it with your team. Now, our first speaker is here to explain all the benefits of having a business strategy, because definitely we need a strategy in order to make this campaign the best out of it and have the best results we can. But as I've been informed here by the control, I want to tell you something. If you do remain in this webinar until the end, we have some very exciting news we want to share with you. So stay on until the very end, because you could see we have gifts here all around, and I have a gift for every single one of you who are here. If you're watching this live, that means at the end I will be sharing that. So going back again to what I was going to say, we have our first speaker ready and excited to share with you lots of information. She will be sharing the strategy, the business strategy of making this campaign the best it can be. She is a senior manager herself. She is an Eagle qualified FPO, and actually she's going to Thailand in a few days. I know she's waiting for that trip coming up. And she's a chairman's bonus qualifier. She loves all the incentives. That's why she really has achieved all of them. And I want to welcome her and thank her. Obviously, we're talking about Bettina Biazzo. So Bettina, welcome, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for having me. Welcome, everybody. I've got my Christmas jumper on tonight. Hope you've all had a fantastic day. We've got a fantastic number of people on this evening, which is absolutely fantastic. And I cannot wait to share with you our strategy for tonight. I'm just going to put that at the pin. So that's it. I can see my slides better now. So why you need to focus on your Christmas strategy. Okay, So the first thing I want to talk to you about is our Christmas spending facts and what people actually spend on Christmas. Just want to put in the chat before we start, who's actually started thinking about Christmas? Be honest, thinking about Christmas and thinking about getting gifts for their families and how much it's going to cost them. Just put a little yes or no. Just want to see how many of you are actually thinking about Christmas. So a typical household in the UK spends just over £2,500 a month on average. But obviously in the run up to Christmas, our spending habits change. Now, I was told, and I've researched this, that we spend on average £905 at Christmas, which is a lot of money. And this actually amounts to an average of 36% of the average monthly income. Now, Christmas is non-negotiable for almost everybody. It's not a case where people can think, oh, I'm not going to buy presents, I'm not going to celebrate. People feel that they're being put under pressure, families, that they have to spend, kids wanting this, that, and the other, food, drink, it's a whole month of spending. And Christmas obviously has risen, especially even more so with the cost of living crisis, with the cost of living. And it's our job as FBOs to take the stress out of Christmas for those that are looking to buy their loved ones gifts, as well as the opportunity to have a debt-free Christmas right now. So we need to be thinking of a strategy right now. There's no point waiting a few months' time, a few weeks' time. We need to start acting now. So let's just have a look who's actually been thinking about Christmas. So there is still quite a few. Some haven't, but some have. Perfect. So statistics show that 70%, everybody, of shoppers are in the Christmas buying mode from now, October and November. Obviously people in December, but primarily September, October and November. And there's no point saying that we're not in a retail business, because we are in retail and we need to realize that we are social sellers. So this photo here, I actually took this in Tesco. I think it was about 2.5, 3 weeks ago now. And I was actually quite amazed that there was Christmas produce. I mean, obviously chocolates and things like this, but things already being put on display. And I actually put it on my Facebook as a bit of a talking point. So this could be quite a good tool for you all to use, to actually put a post like this on your Facebook and just say to, comment maybe and say, I can't believe Christmas is, we're not even, well, at this point the kids hadn't even gone back to school. We haven't had Halloween yet. We hadn't had all the other things. And I put it on my Facebook, and the amount of people that commented, the majority, I would say it was madness. But there were quite a few people that actually said that they are already thinking about Christmas because of the cost of Christmas and because of the cost of living rising. They want to spread out the cost. So more and more people now are looking at who they want to buy for, what they need for Christmas, and they're budgeting each month. So again, look on the high street supermarkets. I'm going to London tomorrow to the London event. I'm sure if you go into Selfridges, they've got a Christmas corner. Big stores, they're literally tantalizing us as we go. And if we don't start now, we are missing a huge earning potential in our businesses. Apart from the fact, I just want to highlight, and I did say this on my Facebook group, there's no way if I bought a tin of chocolates or any of that confectionery that would last me till Christmas. There's no way on earth. Okay, so your earning potential, what it can be done for your business. Okay, guys, so I want you to think, this is the last quarter of the year. We need to make it count. And I hear so many people, I've been in forever now, 7 years, and some people say, oh yeah, it's near Christmas, I'm going to switch off, I'm going to have a lovely time with the kids, similar to what some people have done in August. And we need to get out of that habit. We are in a retail business. We need to focus. We need to maximize on this opportunity. You don't see high streets or any shops or anything like that closing down for Christmas. So we really need to maximize on it. And I hear people so many times say, oh, I'm going to switch off for Christmas. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Please, please don't do it, because it's going to have a detrimental impact on your business towards the end of the year and going into 2024. We've obviously heard of our Leap to London incentive, which I'm so excited about. The webinar that we had last night, the Zoom with Michael, it's going to be incredible. We can use this this period, you know, the last quarter of the year, to maximize sales, which can go towards our Leap to London incentive as well. We need to be focusing hard on the last quarter, which I've just said, and please don't waste this opportunity. Finishing the year strong will propel your business into 24 and see it explode. We all know it takes great momentum. We're looking at 6 to 8 week lead time when you're prospecting and, you know, and retailing, getting the momentum. So please, please don't waste it. And the activity we do now will, as I just mentioned, will have a huge impact on our business in 2024. So I want you all to think about, you know, what do you need to pay for Christmas? You know, everybody, it doesn't matter who we are. I think we've all been hit by the cost of living. Everybody has. So I want you all to personally think, it doesn't matter where you are in the business, personally think, what do you want for Christmas? You know, what are you thinking for kids, for families, for food, whatever it may be? What do you need or want to make your Christmas extra special? And I want you to break it down into case credits and create a Christmas goal board. Now, I did this last year and it's absolutely fantastic. And I've recommended it to my team, and some of the team do it as well. And say, for example, I don't know, you want to buy your husband a rain jacket or something like that, and it costs X amount of money. I don't know, £54. Work out each thing that you want to buy for gifts, food, whatever it may be. Work out the case credit value for each. And can you imagine, you start using your retail, you start reaching out to your customers, reaching out to people that you know, which Amy and Claire will talk about, and you start making sales, and all that profit that you're going to get can go towards all these things that you want for Christmas. How amazing would it be to have a debt-free Christmas and not have to put so much on a credit card, or not to put anything on a credit card? Because I tell you what, there's nothing more than a better feeling than paying for something without having to worry about it and then having to pay for it later, you know, on a credit card, and then you realize, you know, you've spent X amount and then the bill comes in January. How amazing would that be? So work towards these goals and pay through it through your retailing. So I mentioned it's £950 an average, what an average family or person spends at Christmas. So I thought I would break it down for you and show you how many case credits that is. And then the other ladies are going to show you how to do the retailing tips, you know, their retail tips for that. So an assistant supervisor, you're looking at 10.5 case credits to make £950 profit. That's from now till Christmas. Does that sound doable to everybody when you break it down like that? 10.5 case credits. Now, just a few things that I'll be doing around at the Christmas time. You know, you've got a little black dress campaign for the C9. You know, it's coming up to party season. Getting in touch with all your customers, taking the stress, asking all your customers, saying, look, do you need any help? Would you like a personal shopper to help you with your Christmas shopping? Start showing your customers our brilliant Christmas brochure that's just been launched by the company. Start drip feeding now and making it and telling your customers that, you know, you offer that service. We can take the stress out of it. We can gift wrap, we can do whatever it may be. Because I tell you what, people are starting to look now. Your customers are starting to look now. And if your customers love the products, their friends and their family are going to love the products as well. A supervisor, 9.8 case credits. Again, when you break it down like that, that's not a lot. That's not even doing 4 cc a month in retail. So each and every one of you on this call tonight can make £950 retail for Christmas and more. You know, maybe you're thinking, oh, actually, you know, I need more money than that. I need, I don't know, £2,000 or whatever it may be. So break it down and do a personal plan for you and really stick to that plan. And I always say it's a really good idea to have for every incentive there is in Forever. I literally have things on my wall. I do tick lists. I do things like that because it keeps me focused. And I think if you have your Christmas goal board, you work out how much you'd like to, you know, to retail, how much you'd like to save, how much you want to spend on Christmas. And each week, each sale, you tick it off and you say, right, you know, that's the kids, you know, day out at, you know, Christmas to go and see to go and see Santa, to go and see ice, you know, to go and do ice skating, perhaps to go and see, what's it called? Thing that you see at Christmas. My goodness, I see it every year. Someone will probably tell me in a second. A pantomime, that's it, a pantomime. How amazing would it feel for you from now till the end of December to ticking off and achieving all these things, and what it's going to do for your business? Assistant manager, 8.4 case credits. Manager, 8 case credits will give you £950 profit. So I think when you break it down like that, I think we can get really, really overwhelmed. But I think if you break it down into manageable chunks and break it down into case credits, it makes it a lot more achievable for everybody. So we always start the year strong, don't we? We always say, let's start the year strong, you know, 2024 and all, whatever's happened this year, we'll wake up January the 1st, New Year's resolution. I'm really going to go for it in my business. I'm going to start strong. We have all the intentions, and that's absolutely fantastic. Be consistent. I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to do that every day. And that's not just in business, but that can be in everything. I'm going to start a new diet. I'm going to do healthy habits. And we, you know, look at the gym, for example, when, you know, I go to my gym in January and you can't get on any machines at all. And it's like that till February, March, April, and then it starts going down, and then it's not as busy. We started strong this year, most of us, well, all of us. Let's finish strong and let's make this year the most epic 2023 to go into 2024 even better than 2023 with all that we have going on. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of the statistics, why it's so important to start thinking of your Christmas strategy now. And now the ladies, I think Michael's going to come on now, and now the ladies are going to tell you how to do their retail activity for Christmas. Hope that's helped everybody.
Thank you very much, Bettina. Really appreciate your time and all the information you shared with us. Really valuable things. I love the way you finished now by saying you want to have end the year in the best possible way and do it with an epic style. I love the idea. I love the challenge of finishing the year even better as we started it. Because as you said, it's obviously about a commitment, making that decision, saying, yes, this could be a wonderful opportunity for me. That despite of how the year went so far, I could really turn it around. And thank you very much for that. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for all the knowledge. I'm sure a lot of you have found the value out of what Bettina shared with you, and I hope you got a lot of information from her. Thank you very much, Bettina, for that. Okay, let's move things around, because as I said, we have a really full agenda. We have really good, really wonderful speakers here tonight sharing all their information. And the next speaker, she's an expert. I call it like that in social media because I believe having a following of 15,000 or more followers makes you an expert. She's a newly qualified assistant manager. We just had a chat before, and she said that she's going for manager. So I hope she does it, as she said, this month, and no pressure, obviously. She has started in Forever in July of 2021, so a couple of months in the business. She's a busy mother of 2, and I want to welcome her, and I want to thank her for being here. Here's the microphone to Amy Cross.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm just going to share my screen. Okay. Hi everyone, and thank you for having me on here. Thank you for the introduction. I'm Amy. I've been with the business a couple of years now, and social media is really what I love and enjoy, and I really enjoy retailing. So I wanted to come on here this evening and just share with you some of my top tips for how to grow your following, particularly on Instagram, how to engage your followers on social media, and then ultimately give you that opportunity to be sharing your products and your business opportunity with them. Sorry, my slides are stuck. There we go. So I'm going to start with a few tips this evening to make sure that you're attracting the right people to your Instagram. One of the biggest tools we have available to us now is to grow our network on social media. So we want to make sure that we are set up so that people want to follow you, and that once they have followed you, that they engage with you. This will then grow your network of people to speak to about the products and the business opportunity, particularly as we head towards Christmas. And of course, we all want to make that extra income. I think it's really important for me to share with you all that I only started my Instagram account 2 years ago with absolutely no following at all. I didn't even have an Instagram account before. I knew nothing about this industry. And the tips that I'm going to share with you this evening, I have learned from watching free social media trainings online, following Instagram coaches, picking up tips and tricks as I go along, playing around with what works and seeing what works for me. So I would definitely recommend always try to keep learning, use YouTube, use Instagram for things that you want to work on so that you can keep learning and build your knowledge. So my first recommendation is always getting started with your profile and getting it set up for success. And there are a few things that you can do as a great starting point. So the first one being, make sure you have a clear photograph. You can probably see mine there on the screen. You want your followers to know who you are and what you look like. People like to see your eyes. Good eye contact makes people trust you. So the closer you can get, the better. But just make sure that it's of you and it's really clear, so that if someone is searching for you, that they know that they've completely landed on the right person. My next tip is to tailor your Instagram name. Now, this is what's just below your photo, so you can tell people a little bit more about you and what you offer them. Instagram now acts like a search engine. So think of some key SEO words, as it's called. So searchable, optimizational words for yourself to optimize who lands on your page. Please don't just put your name. For me, for example, I've put that I'm a business coach because I've started bringing people into the business. I have small children, so I put that I'm a toddler mum and that I'm in the UK. And that's because I want mums from the UK looking to start a side business to come and find me and land on my profile when they're searching for those things. But for yourself, it could be that you like cooking. So you could put Amy Healthy Recipes, or maybe your Instagram is going to focus on skincare. So you could use words like beauty, skincare, collagen, whatever best suits you for who you want to attract. Next, you then need to get your bio right. So you don't have many characters to use here, but you need to get across a few things for the new person that's clicking on your profile for the first time so that they want to follow you. You want to tell them a little bit about who you are and what they can expect to see from your content, what you do and how you can help them, something that backs up why you're the right person to help them, and then an instruction of what to do next. People need to be told what to do. They're constantly scrolling on social media, so you have to tell them what to do. So I want them to join my email list. That's exactly what I've said. You might, coming into Christmas, want to be sending out free samples. So you could put something like, click here to join my Google form and I'll send you some free samples. There are many different things you could do to play around with it. And then emojis are also great to keep your bio interesting, but just don't overdo it so that it becomes difficult for new people to read when they're landing on your profile. And then just above your grid, you have the option to create highlights. And this is a great way of showcasing some of your best stories for your new followers or people clicking on your profile for the first time. My tip here again is to be instructional with your followers. People are blindly scrolling all the time. You have to tell them what to do or they just won't do it. So my first highlight, you'll see there, the little pink circle says my story and it says start here, because that's the information I want them to watch first when they first click on my profile. You could do the same. You'll then see I've got some other ones along there, a bit about the team, body cleanse, so they would find some C9 information, and you'd also find one on the collagen on there as well. So play around with it, whatever your content is, but make sure that you're using that so when people land on your profile for the first time, they can really get to know what you're about and what you offer them. And then finally, definitely pin your best posts. So you can pin up to 3 on Instagram now, and this will be the first 3 posts that your new follower sees and looks at. So make sure you pick it carefully. Make sure that you've got a mix of personal and business so that new person on your account gets to know who you are, what you're about, and what's important to you. And then once you've set up your profile as best as you can, try to niche down what you're posting about. The most successful accounts on Instagram now, who have hundreds of thousands of followers, have a very strong niche serving a particular audience. And this isn't easy to do, so brainstorm some ideas, play around with it until you land on something that's comfortable for you. The more you can niche down, the better. I could probably niche mine down even further as well. So just keep working on it. And once you do that, keep consistently posting on that topic, as the algorithm will start to show your profile to the right audience that you're wanting to attract. And I just want to pick out the word consistency. I know we say that with all elements of the business in Forever. It's the exact same with your social media. So just keep being consistent with it. So, for example, for me, I want to attract people like me with young children, preferably in the UK. So my content's all around my children, honest motherhood, with some humor in there because people like humor on social media. And that's what I 90% stick to on my grid. Obviously, alongside some business posts and product posts here and there, but 90%, that's what people are going to get from me. And that's because I know that most people followed me because they liked those style of posts, and then they'll engage with them, and then they'll engage with the next one that I post too, if it's on that topic. And then they'll start watching my stories, and they'll start seeing the product and the business opportunity that I have to offer. So once you have sorted your niche, you then need to show your followers who you are so that they learn to know, like, and trust you. Keep your grid as personal as possible. Try to avoid like standard product pictures. It's not what attracts people anymore. People will be attracted to you, your personality, and what you've got to offer. So show them that. I mean, if you're comfortable with it, get your face in front of the camera and your grid and stories as much as possible. The best place to sell your products and your opportunity is in your stories, because when a follower starts watching your stories regularly, that's when they are interested in you. They're starting to like you, trust you, and want to know what products you're recommending, and then eventually buy from you, which is obviously what we want coming up to Christmas. Your followers ultimately won't start to trust you unless you know who you are, what you look like, what your values are, what annoys you, what you like, and so on. And I know this might seem really scary. I was absolutely petrified at first of putting my face in camera. And you certainly don't have to share your whole life on social media. That's fine. Just make sure that you're picking enough of what's going on in your daily life for your followers to see, so that they want to get to know you and then engage in your content. Next, you want to start thinking about branding yourself. We are in network marketing, so you need to market yourself just like the big retailers or fast food companies are doing. You want your content to be easily recognizable to people so that when they start scrolling, they stop because they know they have to read or watch what you're going to say next. So for myself, like you'll see on my profile, I stick to certain color palettes. So I've chosen pink just because it's a color I like and it's easy for me to use. Keeping my content in similar colors makes my profile more aesthetically pleasing, and people know when they see it that that's probably me that's posting when it looks that way. And you would see that if you watch my stories as well. I use the same text and everything in the same color because your followers become comfortable with your content looking a certain way and they expect it to. So that's what they'll enjoy watching. So I'd recommend just having a play around, see what you like, what works for you. Canva, which you can use as for free, is a great app to help you with this. Play around with colors and styles for your content. My next tip you've probably seen on Instagram, there are several ways of then sharing your content. And if you want to get yourself seen by more people and get more engagement, you need to be using what's available to you. So try using posts, carousels, reels, stories, lives, as different followers will like, engage, and respond to different types of your content. Not everyone likes watching reels. I know my mum doesn't. She's like, yeah, what's a reel? Never seen one of those before. But some people, that's all they'll watch. They like that kind of content. Some will just watch your stories. So you have to be using the different types of content out there so that your followers see you showing up in their feeds. Because if you don't appear in their feeds, they aren't going to be able to engage in what you're doing and see what you've got to offer. And then back to consistency, make sure you're posting regular content. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I don't think people want to see perfect on Instagram anymore. Just keep posting consistently, and where possible, try to create something that engages an emotional response from people so that your followers want to engage. Sometimes you'll find the more controversial you can be and a post will be, the better it will do. So just don't be afraid to be yourself, have your opinions, and share that online. And then finally, you need to create a community and build connections, which is what we're all here to do. We're network marketers. So put aside 10 minutes every day, be really strict with yourself so that you don't get stuck in the scroll hole of Instagram, and make sure that you go and like any comments that you've had, always reply to any comments, try and start conversations if you can get people in the messenger, that's where you're going to really get to know people. And if someone is engaged with you, just click on their profile and quickly engage with something of theirs, either a story or a post, so that they can see you're engaging with them too. We just have to remember that we are in network marketing, and part of that is building connections with people. So spend an appropriate amount, but not too much time, making sure that we are networking and engaging with others as well. And then when it comes to planning your social media, I know that it can seem really, really overwhelming at the beginning of the week, going, what am I going to post this week? What are people going to be interested? No one wants to see me just drinking a cup of tea. Like, you will be amazed what people are interested in watching. And to plan that out, I literally just have a really simple diary and planner. That's all you need. Start at the beginning of the week and go through and write what you've got planned in your personal life this week, whether it's going out to the park with your kids or you've got a day out planned here and there. Start putting those things in and what you'd be comfortable with sharing on your social media. And then start to plan around that, how you're going to build in your product and your business posts and what days of the week and times that you're going to do that on. The more consistent you are with it, the more likely your audience is going to remember what you offer when they need it. So if you're going to say pick a C9, make sure that you're talking about the C9 every day that week, so that when someone goes, oh, I really could do with just losing a little bit of weight, you're the first person that's on their mind. And they might not have bought it and spoken to you when you first posted that story, and that's absolutely normal, but they'll get back in touch with you because you were consistent and they know that you're there, and then they've remembered you from when they saw it before. I'd say try and use app schedule functions as much as you can. Like, we're really lucky now, there's a lot of free abilities out there to do this kind of thing. Instagram itself has its own schedule function. If you plan it out, you're more likely to make sure that you do post on social media, because we're all busy, we're all fitting this business in around the pockets of time and family life. So try and be organized, scheduled it in, and then that will help you with your consistency. I'd say pick a handful of products that you use and you're passionate about to focus on, because if you are showing you using them to your audience, recommending them, sharing the benefits, why you absolutely love them, they're more likely to buy from you. And it goes back to that consistency piece as well. You don't want to be known for doing too many things. Have some key things that you like to focus on, and just do it consistently as much as you can. I'd say keep what you're sharing to a minimum of 70% personal and maximum 30% business. As I said earlier, people buy from who they know, like, and trust, and you don't want them getting bored with constant product and business posts. So make sure you're doing 70% of your personal life and 30% of business mixed in. And then plan to post at least 4 to 5 stories a day, because that's where your audience is really going to get to know who you are. Don't do too many. I'm sure we all know when you click on someone's story and you've got 20 little dots across the top, people won't go and look at every single one. So I'd say minimum of 4 to 5, maximum of 10, to keep people engaged, talking to you, and looking at your content. And then finally, I just wanted to touch on creating reels and engaging images. So what I would say is, this is the fun bit. Play around with it and see what you enjoy doing and what you enjoy sharing. Block out just 5 minutes a day. Again, don't get stuck scrolling through Instagram, to watch reels and look at your niche hashtags to see what other people are sharing, what audios they're using, what content's popular at the minute, what's getting lots of likes, and what do people like to view. Save those useful posts and audios so that you can use them later. Take inspiration from other people's content. Don't copy it, but use it to your advantage. Try and use a mixture of trending content and original audios. So to know if something's trending, you'd see at the bottom of the screen where it says the audio, there'll be a little arrow pointing upwards. And that means that videos and reels that are using that audio right now are doing really well. So that means it's a good thing to save and potentially use. But Instagram also likes it if you're original. They do like to push original audio too. So don't be afraid for a reel to perhaps just be you talking, or for be a piece of music that you like. Try and be original and mix it up with things that are trending as well. I'd say be brave and try and get in front of the camera. Like, this does not mean that you need to dance or you need to lip sync. You could just show yourself creating gift sets. There's a picture of myself on the screen there that says behind the scenes of my business. a 10-second reel fast forwarded of me unpacking my boxes that day and getting my orders ready for my customers. It doesn't have to be my face in the camera potentially doing something silly you're not comfortable with. It could be you showing your Christmas gift sets, so you can see on the screen some of the ones that I did last year. I created some really clear images, some nice Christmas music, the things that I had to offer. It could be just you making yourself your favorite shake with the shake recipes. It could be you making your favorite dinner, something that you've used in the C9. You can really mix it up and play with it. Start with what's comfortable for you. And if that means not putting your face in front of the camera first, start with that and then work up to it if you can. But I'd say be creative, be funny, show your personality, and try and create an emotional response if you can, because that's what's going to get you the likes and the comments and the shares and people wanting to engage with you. When you're creating your content, use good lighting, clear text, and always add captions. The majority of your audience watch reels on mute. So if you do not put captions of what you're saying or what's being said in the music onto the reel that you're creating, they'll probably just scroll past because they don't know what you're trying to say. So always make sure that you're doing that. Make sure you add a clear, bright photo as the cover photo for your reel to keep your grid engaging. So you can go in and add that from your camera roll, or you can select a section from the reel, but just make sure that you check you're happy with that, because that's what will be on your profile for people to see. And then finally, for me, I just say play around with your content, like track your insights, see what works and what doesn't, but enjoy the process. Try not to focus on how many followers you have, how many likes you're getting, how many comments. People aren't looking for perfect anymore. I think as long as you're enjoying it and you're enjoying the process, people will start to follow you. They'll start to engage in your content and they'll enjoy what you're putting out there. And that's everything for me. I hope that was helpful.
Definitely, Amy. Thank you so much for sharing all that information. I really took a lot of notes, and I'm sure a lot of our people watching took a lot of notes because you gave a lot of detailed information, which I think is really important. Sometimes we touch on subjects and we just, lightly, but I think you went really in depth. And as we're sharing this recording, a lot of you could go back and watch Amy again, and Bettina, obviously, to kind of go through that list, Google some stuff out, because basically some words might not be very familiar to you. But one of the things that I love that you said, Amy, was that be yourself and be brave, because basically sometimes we try to recreate somebody else and it doesn't feel the same.
Absolutely. And find me, reach out to me if you ever have any questions, anyone on here.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Amy. And wishing you all the best to Achieving Manager. We can't wait for that.
Thank you.
Well, we have more things going on, obviously, and as I said, please stay with us until the end because we have a gift for you. Christmas is coming early for forever, but we have a gift exclusively for you that are here watching us live. So please stay tuned until the end. Now let's move on to another really very, very important topic, and it's actually the tools. We have created some really wonderful tools that you could use in order to benefit from this campaign. And we want you to use those to succeed. Our next speaker, she started her Forever business back in 2009. She used to be a childminder. She's a mother of two, and she enjoys nowadays a great work-life balance, which everybody wants, to tell you the truth, isn't it? She's a Sapphire manager herself, and she's here to talk about how you could be using those amazing tools that you have for us, and you could be benefiting and growing your business for this Christmas. So let's hear it from Claire Spencer.
Hello, thank you so much. So I actually love Christmas. I have a Christmas house. So Forever has enabled us to buy our dream home. It was 7 years in the making, and I've got a thatched farmhouse. So it's so lovely and pretty when it's snowing. So literally like 2 days ago, it was red hot. But now I'm in my element. So I can't wait for the Christmas period. And it is just so amazing for us to build our businesses in the lead up to that. So we've heard some amazing top tips from Amy and Bettina. And we have some absolutely fantastic tools that you guys can all use for your businesses. So I'm hoping that I do this all correctly and you can see me, you can see the slides, it's all tickety-boo. Fabulous. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit, first of all, about, and they're running through, I've clicked slideshow, I think. I'm hoping that's going to have fixed that. If not, I'll come out and start it again. So literally the tools that we've created, that head office have created, are perfect for your business. I use all the Christmas tools every single year. Saves me an absolute fortune, saves me a huge headache with having to go out and create stuff. So you've got everything at your fingertips. So it's absolutely wonderful to really embrace in what's being created for you. And customer care is so important in the lead up to Christmas, because you want to start prepping people now. So what is our customer care goal? First off, it's to increase your customers, because we want that golden number, that golden 30 regular customers who are buying those consumable products. You might have more, you might have less, but if you have that goal to get the 30 that buy from you monthly, that buy things that they need every single month to top up. So you might get a random, I don't know, I've got a lady who buys a propolis cream once every 12 months. I don't class her as one of my 30. So it's those that are drinking the gel, maybe using the shakes, the supplements, those things that they need every single day. So we want to increase that. We also want to get them frequently purchasing. So we want those regular orders coming through. We want them to spend a little more, you know, we want them to start increasing what they're using, what they're spending, and we want them to stay loyal. I have got customers that have been with me for 14 years. So just looking after them and treating them really well, they could easily go and buy another product that may be similar to ours from the shops, you know, Tesco, Boots, whatever, but they don't. They could easily go maybe buy from somebody else. They might bump into somebody or at an event or whatever, but they don't. They stay loyal to me because I've implemented the things that we're talking to you about tonight. So your income potential without Christmas. So imagine with Christmas too. So Bettina touched on some expenditure, some income that you can get. Let's say your average customer spends £50 with you. So that's, I would say, probably they're a regular gel drinker. It could be more if you start adding collagen on. It could be more if they start incorporating the shakes and things like that, because you want to start to increase their spend every time. Now, over a year, that's going to give you £600. Now, imagine that is all 30 customers are spending that 50 quid. That's £18,000 over the course of a year that you've got going through your business. Over 5 years, that's £90,000. So you can start to incorporate Christmas into that to really boost the last quarter in your sales. And of course, that's going to reflect in your profits. So when you start to incorporate the customer care, you want to think about, okay, when do I follow up with people? Because a lot of people worry, oh my God, I'm going to badger them. I don't want to keep harassing them. You don't. You literally let them know when you're going to be in touch with them. So you're going to have that first sale. So I always say to them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a shout in 2 days to see how you're getting on. So they might be drinking aloe vera for the first time ever, farting like a trooper, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on? But you need to be able to have that conversation with them and go, no, don't worry, it's just shaking everything up, it will calm down, it's getting your guts all ready and sorted. And then you've calmed them, they'll keep taking it. So unless you contact them, I can't believe I've talked about farts on a Christmas webinar, but unless you contact them, you're never going to know that they're having that potential worry, and you don't want them to just stop drinking it, put it in the fridge. So always follow up, no matter what, whether it's the shampoo, whether it's some supplements, whether it's the deodorant, follow up after 48 hours. How are you getting on? And then what I'll say to them is, right, okay, I'm going to calculate roughly when I think you potentially will run out. So what I'll do is I'll give you a shout in 2 to 3 weeks and see how you're getting on. Because until you start that process of contacting them, you know what their usage is. You can start to figure out roughly how long the products will last them. So if they've bought a tri-pack from you of gel, you're going to contact them in 2 to 3 weeks, ready to order their next tri-pack. So they've got that month long. And then continue to follow up, checking in, making sure that you're having those conversations with them, that you're there to help and support. You can start to share other potential products with them. So your customers, you want to keep in contact to build that rapport. So my customers become my friends. And in fact, if I've got local deliveries, so even today, I delivered a collagen to a lady's house. She probably lives about 15 minutes away from me, jumped in the car, and I went and had a doorstep chat with her. Because she works from home, she gets a little bit lonely. So I just thought, you know what, I'll go and have that chat with her. 2 minutes on the doorstep. We've really built that rapport. I've met her daughter's new boyfriend. I'm starting to learn about her lifestyle. If I'd have just got FedEx to deliver that to her, I wouldn't have that connection. However, I use FedEx a lot because I'm not going to be driving to every single customer, but anyone local to me, I start to do that. But anyone long distance, you can still build that rapport. So if you've got a customer group, you can add them into that. And you know what? People are like sheep. They copy other people. You do a shopping event in your customer group, people are buying from you, others are going to want to buy as well. Keep your profile sheets up to date. They are absolutely vital. I'm looking around to see if I can see mine to the hand. In fact, they are right here. So I use my profile sheets for my customers as well as my prospects. And that is because I want to make sure I know what I've given them. I had a lady before I was organized in my business. I gave her 12 heat lotion samples over the course of a period of about a year, because every time I put her order together, went into my sample pot, just grabbed whatever was on the top and chucked it in. She had to say to me, Claire, thanks so much for all those samples, but I don't need any more heat lotion. I was mortified because I hadn't written it down. I didn't know what I was giving her. I could have given her other things like propolis, moisturizing lotion, shampoo, conditioner, all of those different things, tooth gel. But because I wasn't organized and using my profile sheets, I hadn't got a clue what I was doing. So make sure you're super organized in your business. And then any time that you speak to them, so I've obviously met this new boyfriend who's on the scene, I'll start to talk to her about what is he into? Is he into sports? Oh, maybe he would like to try our RG. So you can start to maybe incorporate their family, but by using the profile sheets, you remember what they've told you, because with the best will in the world, I cannot remember everything. Also, as I said, samples, brilliant to staple samples. I staple them onto my business cards so that I can pop them to people, pop a couple into their order, make sure you write it down so you know exactly what you've given them. And remind them of their sample on the next order. What did you like about it? Don't just chuck a sample in and never speak to them again. So ask them, what did you like about it? Did you use that propolis cream on your face, like a night cream, like I said? And if they said, oh yeah, it was lovely, great, shall I add another one to your order? So you're starting to upsell. So remember, stories sell. No, yes, facts tell, stories sell. Anyone who knows me knows I get jokes the wrong way around as well. So gather up customer testimonials. So make sure you're collecting those from your customers. I simply just text them and ask them a question, and when they reply, I just screenshot it, cut their name out and pop it on my stories. So that can work really well. Offer the Christmas shopping ideas range now as well. So plant the seed, send the e-brochure, have a little look through, see if there's any gifts that you'd like to give your family. Oh, and to my lady, Sarah, today, your son-in-law might like this for the men's range. So by having those conversations, you're going to pick things that you think, oh, that might be good for you. Bonus cards are really great. You know, the bonus cards that you get when you go to Costa Coffee and they stamp it every time you have a coffee, and then the last stamp you get a freebie. You can use things like that. They're so great. You can literally give them a free lip balm in a bauble. They look really, really lovely. I just buy baubles from Hobbycraft, the clear ones that you clamp together. I pop a chocolate in, I pop a lip balm in. They look beautiful for Christmas. And reward referrals as a bit of a Christmas perk. Offer, you know, if you have a friend that buys from me, I'll give you a little freebie, or I'll give you a percentage off your next order. So refer a friend is a really great way for you to build your customer base, but actually using your existing customers. Product parties are great as well, a Christmas themed shopping event. I've got a lady who I'm doing one with next week in London, and we're going to have a Christmas themed shopping event, but online, because we can't get our together. So we're just going to have it like this on a Zoom and share some potential Christmas ideas. So you can start to do that now as well. And use the experience packs full of Christmas ideas as well. So get people having potential Christmas gifts that you can drop off to them, leave it with them for 3 or 4 days. Right, who do you think would really love this? Maybe your sister would love it, your mom would love it, or your neighbor. So you can start again planting that seed. And Christmas cards, be the first to send a Christmas card out now. And what you can do is you can put a little voucher in it. You can say, if you spend £20, I'll give you delivery free, or spend 50 quid and you get £5 off your next order. Whatever you want to do, you can create all sorts of different incentives, but it's a great way to get people to come back and spend with you. So the Christmas cracker cards are absolutely amazing, and I'm really proud to have worked with head office on this, because I think they're so eye-catching and they're going to be brilliant as a tool to go out and start talking to people. So don't forget, a lot of people are going to be pulled in on Christmas contracts, 0-hour contracts out there. The high street's just like failing, so people are really, really worried. What was the place that's just closed down? Wilco's or something like that. They're closing all of their stores. So the people in there are like, oh my God, what is going to happen to us? So you can start talking to people. So these are really great. So contact marketing, I like to call it people shopping, because I love to just meet people out and about and offer what we do. So if you think there are, this figure might have changed actually, there are 7.125 billion people on the planet. So imagine if you only spoke to 2 of those people a day. Across a year, that would be 730 prospects that you're speaking to in a year. Now, if your stats are really, really, really rubbish, and you only recruited 50 people out of those 730, then that would be 4 people on average a month joining your business. I'm more than happy with those really rubbish stats. 4 people a month joining you from contact marketing. Imagine that on top of all the other activity that you're going to be doing. So this is a really great way to get in front of people. And it's cute. You can open it up and you can show it to people. It's simple, duplicatable and effective. So when you're going out contact marketing, people shopping, make sure you have your Christmas cracker cards. You can have see, these are my cards, but they're really summery. They're not going to work now for Christmas. I'm getting these Christmas cracker cards, but don't panic if you don't. You've got maybe your orders coming through with your Christmas cracker cards. I don't want you to not contact market. All you need to do is have your phone on you. The amount of times I'll say to somebody, oh, are you on social media? I'd love to connect with you. And I just take a screenshot of them on the socials, add them, and then I pop a message through to them. Make sure you wear something comfortable but confident. So make sure you have a nice little wallet that's in your handbag or bag or man bag or whatever you're using. I don't want you pulling out dog-eared cards that are all crumpled and bent. You've got to look professional. And if you are going to be jotting down people's numbers, don't have a chewed Bic biro. Make sure you have a nice pen, little notepad or something like that. Or as I said, you can use your phone. And I do it a lot with my team. Tina and Amanda, we go out contact marketing. We have little competitions. The person who gets the least numbers has to buy the round of coffees, things like that. So it's really, really fun if you go as a group and then just go off different sections of the area you're in and go and talk to people. And there's nothing more engaging than a huge smile. So if you do feel a bit rubbish, maybe don't go contact marketing. Or if you need to, you can start to listen to Eye of the Tiger, Rocky, start to look at affirmations on Instagram. Suddenly, after about 5 minutes of me getting my head into positiveness, then I feel absolutely fantastic and I can go and talk to the world. So what do you say? A lot of people go, okay, that sounds great, but what on earth am I supposed to say? So there are a couple of different approaches that I use. So it could be just paying a compliment. So can I just say your customer service skills are fantastic. I'd love somebody like you in my company. Nobody on the till in blinking Sainsbury's gets told that, do they? So giving people a compliment can really take you a long way. What about just simply saying, can I give you my card? So, hi, I'm out today looking to expand my business with people who would like to earn a significant extra income around their jobs. Because let's face it, jobs don't pay enough. Can I give you my card? And as you give them the card, you can say, oh, I'd love to connect with you. Can I pop your number down? Or can I add you on socials? or just a simple excuse me, I wonder if you can help me. We're raising the profile of our company in the area and I'd love to give you some information if I can. And then they're probably going to say to you, which is the scary part, what is it? Now, this is where you need your strap line, because I don't want you to become startled rabbits in the headlight, like, oh my God, what do I do? And then you have allo-verbal diarrhea. We don't want that. We want a nice, punchy strap line. So it could be, my go-to strap line is help people earn extra incomes around their jobs, because let's face it, jobs don't pay enough, do they? Everybody nods whenever I say that. Would that be of interest to you? Or I help people create a great work-life balance. Would that be of interest to you? I help people develop online home-based businesses within the health, beauty and lifestyle sector. Would that be of interest to you? I help people earn substantial incomes from home. Would that be of interest to you? I'm always asking, would that be of interest to you? Because they will be nodding along and saying, oh yeah, that would definitely be of interest to me, because most people do want extra income to either spend, save or invest. So it doesn't matter where they are on the kind of income scale, lots of people would love an extra income. So you've swapped numbers and you said, great, I'll give you a shout. So what you need to do is keep it professional. So prospects stay hot 24 to 48 hours after you've spoken to them. Make sure you follow them up with that within that time, because otherwise the little negativity person can creep into them and say, oh no, I don't think you should talk to that person, that's not normal, no. So you want to beat that, get in there first. So always call at the time you said you were going to, so you are that professional person, because the longer you leave it, they will go cold. So know your objective. What do you actually want to get from this call? You want to build rapport with your new prospects, and you want to arrange to send the next piece of information. I always say that you're never trying to convince people to join you. You're just asking them if they would like to see what you do. So it's up to them whether they join you or not. So that's a little punchy bit of information. I could go on for hours about the next stage of prospecting, but there are tons of training for you to go back on, have a look so that you can find the next steps, because we've done tons and tons for you, so you can get really, really hot at prospecting and starting to talk to people out and about. So I hope that has been of interest to you and you've taken some notes from me. And I'm going to hand back to the lovely Michael, who's probably sweating in his Christmas jumper.
Thank you so much, Claire. No, I'm really not sweating. It's a really nice cold breeze, and all the information you've been sharing with us. So I really enjoyed listening to you. I took lots of notes myself. I love the fact that you share all this knowledge on how it is that we could use these amazing tools and to actually do our business and get out there. It needs lots of courage. Obviously, we talked about it, and we were recently doing an event together, which sometimes is difficult. Not actually sometimes, it's a lot of times it's difficult to get out there and talk to people which you don't know. But actually you get better as the time goes by, and these tools help because you get the message out, and you could get a lot of people being interested. And having that strategy, as you mentioned here, what it is that you do following that initial contact. So everything's really valuable. But I want to say, because you mentioned that there are so many trainings, I would suggest to everybody watching here, watch this training again. Because obviously we take in a lot of information the first time, but when we watch it again, we do find more value out of it. So thank you very much, Claire, for your time. And thank you for all the great information you shared with us.
Thank you.
Now, I see that a lot of people are asking about the crackers and where these are available. Yes, we have in the chat more information, and obviously reach out to us and then find out more about those and where you could find these available. I know that these, and if I'm not mistaken, these are already going out in the orders. So if you're ordering any products, you'll be receiving these. And within that, you have also the QR code. So wonderful stuff, already available to you and your business. Okay, so let's just go on to our last speakers, which are joining us from Northern Ireland. There are two wonderful ladies, no one then two wonderful ladies, and they're twins. So they're family, and they have really lots of energy. I really enjoy their company every time I'm around. And one of them is a manager, the other one is a senior manager. They both joined in Forever. They both joined in 2012. and they both have a background from the corporate world. I'm really happy that they accepted our invitation here, and I'm really happy that we have them here to share with you and talk to us about the perfect experience shopping, the perfect Christmas shopping experience. So let's hear it from them.
Hi, everybody. So my name's Lorna Smith, and I have my twin sister here beside me. Not twin hats, but twin sister tonight. No, kind of the same, but different. You're probably wondering, we're wondering why Linda and I are dressed like this, but this is a Christmas special, and I know it's still very early in September as we're doing this recording, and it was 24 degrees today outside. So people are looking at us as if we're not wise in our house tonight. We really aren't. But you've got to start early when it comes to Christmas. Christmas is a massive retail opportunity for shops on the high street, online shops, and for us as business owners as well. We don't miss out on any fun at Christmas. This can be such a wonderful time to make additional income, create new customers, and then obviously new business owners as well can come from that. So jump on board and take note of what we think is some of the best selling tips that we can give at this time. And it's all around giving customer care. Now, customer care is nothing new to us and forever. It's one of our unique selling points. You do not get it in shops. You do not get it online, the way that we can deliver it on a more personal level than those places can. So customer care is very, very important to us and forever. So it's irrelevant what time of year it is, but we want to give some extra festive Christmas care. And what we're going to do tonight is share that with you. So I've got about 11 or 12 years experience. Linda's not long after myself, so you're not.
6 months.
It's just 6 months after me. So we've done a few Christmases, and between us and a lot of the team members, we've figured out some of the best ways to help you create some retail magic over Christmas. So
we like the word magic, don't we?
Let's kick it off, Linda. Yep.
Okay.
Lots of buttons being pressed, but nothing happening. Oh, there we go. There's an arrow. There we go. So it is all about giving value. Obviously, it's about giving value right throughout the year. This really should be brought into every area of every sort of stage throughout the year, will it be a birthday, engagement party, new baby, whatever. Customer care is always going to be one of our unique points of forever. So without a doubt, Christmas is one of the times of the year where you can really put it to test, because what does everybody do at Christmas? Shop. They all shop and spend money. So they're ready to spend money, and they're ready to spend money now. This is now when they're actually budgeting to spend money, because what we find is people are starting now to shop earlier and earlier every year. So there is lots and lots of ways that you can deliver customer care to your customers throughout the year. And there's lots of ways that you can make the festive period work for you. But we've found throughout so many of them, we've really got it down to 3. So out of these 3, we're going to go into them in a little bit more detail. So the first one is reach out to everyone you know, offering your service as a personalised shopper. So we've got a wee example of that as well to show to you. So you are really a personal shopper, as in you are going to take all the stress out of shopping for them and do it for them out of your own shop. So there's going to be a wish list. We're going to have an example of that. And then there's always going to be a great wee Christmas party, is there? So why not throw that now?
That's
I know
one
it's
of
a
my
bit strange.
favorite.
So let's get straight into it then. The first is the personal shopper. So Linda just touched on it there now, but that may explain what that really means to you as a business owner. What you're going to do really is just deliver a wee bit of personal care to your existing customers, but also to people who maybe don't buy from you already. So this is an opportunity to expand your customer list and think outside of them by offering a letter. If you prefer, you can do something maybe more online. I know we could do that a lot more now than we ever could. But I still like the personal touch of the letter. There's nothing as nice as giving somebody a hand-delivered letter. And this is an example I put together of what I would include in the letter. Now, it's not quite Christmas yet. I do highlight that, but at the same time, I just like people to know that I'm aware that you've already started thinking about Christmas, because say as soon as the schools are back, I can guarantee you, and people on here listening right now are already starting to think of putting things away for Christmas. And if you've got kids, it doesn't matter what age group you're paying for, or you're buying for rather, you will be thinking and budgeting now, maybe I've only got 2-3 paychecks left before Christmas. So what we're going to do within the letter is just make it easy for them, take the stress away, and just simply say to them that I'm here to help you to take that stress away, but also adapt to your budget and give some gift wrapping for free. These are all the things that online shops can't do. Big shops and high streets cannot do. And they will love you for it. And I mean, really will thank you for it. So there's no need to keep the receipt, I say, because that's something that a lot of people do worry about. Will they actually like the present? And the fact that we've got a 60-day guarantee is, again, unique to Forever. And suits all ages and genders. We all know that. So there's really something on for everyone. Give the gift of health and well-being this Christmas. So some quality products to support. And I've just listed a few things here that are key to our product range. And I threw in the wee perfumes there because I'm kind of hoping they're going to be here. And also, I never forget animal care at this time of year. And you would be amazed at how many people, and I'm one of them, buy their pets. Me too. I have a doggy Christmas stocking that hangs up for the 2 dogs as well. So check the full product range, as there's over 200 to choose from. Again, this could be a brochure you're going to give somebody, or it could be a QR code on the letter, or a link to your website, whatever you feel. I've just given an example of what maybe to include in your letter to give you an idea. But we're all within teams that maybe have done this a few times around ourselves, and sharing's caring. So if somebody has one that works brilliantly for them, share it with everybody else within your team. So if you need anything to follow in this year, please let us know and I can help you choose something special. So Christmas hampers, wonderful idea. People love to give a little Christmas hamper. Stocking fillers, Secret Santa gifts, male grooming, skincare. I actually meant to say award-winning skincare and that, so I might change that. Perfume and aftershave, the DX4 body balance system and the C9 cleanse, because they're wonderful for afterwards, and award-winning skincare ranges. So it's a very simple letter. You don't need to overload it, but do what you want, do what you feel, but just as long as it's personal. That's the main thing about the letter. And give it out to your existing customers, give it out to your friends and family who don't maybe have or aware of your products, but it's not going to do you any good if you don't give it out. So just make sure you've got them on you at all times. And you can attach, if you want, a little free sample and things like that. Be creative, and people will thank you for it. So Linda, do you want to take the next one?
Yeah.
So very important. I find this works really, really well as a wish list. So this is something that was created on Canva. Obviously, you can do that too. It's a wee example of, it's so simple. That's why I had to put it up there, just to show you how simple it can be. So this can be very valuable if you're out doing tabletops and product launches. You can have these sitting. You could be at a launch and somebody wants to buy everything. Has anybody been at one of those and they want to buy everything? Well, now is the time of the year where you can say, well, if you're not in the position now to get it and Christmas is so soon, would you like, me to put this forward? If you fill that wee form in, put down who you'd like me to contact. I can contact them and see if it's something that would interest them. I mean, it's mostly men, isn't it? Women want all the skincare or C9 or something like that, whatever it may be. It's normally one of the high-ended priced ones. So that would be, and if they want it for Christmas, then why should they not get it? I can see all the men right now thanking us little elves for this. It's brilliant. It works a treat. So that is something that you can get them to fill in, and then you can give them a wee sneaky call and say, look, she's been at your other half has been at one of these nights of mine or wherever you've met them, and she absolutely loves this Sonia skincare range, and loves this Infinite range. Would you like to get her for Christmas, because it was something she really, really wanted? So there might be one or two things. You get her to fill it in, and then it's up to you to do your customer care and do your due diligence and follow it up. So you can include a voucher, you can include an incentive to buy something. The vouchers are great for an incentive to buy something. So you can put a cap on how much you want to spend, and that's a new customer. You can put it inside customer orders with Christmas brochures and a wee little LOT bag. It's always very cute.
The aloe tea bag is such a
It's a wee cute.
wonderful
It's a cute.
sample to give away at Christmas because it's like Christmas in a cup.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
The smell of it and everything's amazing. So you could create this for social media as well on Canva, which works really well if you're, do a lot of
Customer group,
social media. It's really for anybody that's got eyes on your products. That's what it's mostly there for. So you can reach out to whoever in your family and friends and say, do a wish list. Let me take the stress out of Christmas for you. I will deliver it, pack it all up, and present it in a nice way. Obviously, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You just don't say you're going to do it. But it's very easily done. And Forever do have some lovely gift wrapping paper as well. So available to everybody.
Yeah, coming up to Christmas, Forever put some wonderful, beautiful ribbons. So you don't have to, you could wrap with the clear.
Yeah. And you can try it with a ribbon. And I mean,
Just even the ribbons alone. Yeah.
Easy to do, really easy to do. So it's, it's just a nice touch. And it is so much about your, customer care. So, okay. The third sort of top tip I would say for Christmas is to actually throw a Christmas party, but do it now. Do it in September or October at the very latest. I would encourage you to do it. Get it booked in now. Get people to get their diaries out now, because you will find when you hit November, most people will have spent most of their budget by then, and also their diary is starting to fill up with activities for maybe with the kids' school pantomimes. You know what it's like coming up to Christmas yourself. You're invited to quite a lot of things. You have a lot to do, Christmas dinners and whatnot. So throw a Christmas party now. Why not? Invite your customers around, which is wonderful. It's like a thank you for them being customers, and invite your family and friends around. Invite who you want. This is a network marketing business. You've got a network of people there, and if they have seen your products or haven't, invite them anyway. What I would intend to do at a party as well is just have everything sat out on a table. I wouldn't be doing that much talking, if any talking at all. I'm there to socialize, hand out little Christmas nibbles like shortbread or mince pies. I would even pull a tree out of the roof space. Doesn't have to be a big one, just a tabletop one, just to make it a little bit more festive. And again, the aloe blossom tea has to be there. It has to be, just to fill the cinnamon in the air. Your wish list should be sitting about, for obvious reasons. A top tip here is to have a raffle sheet. Now, a raffle sheet is just 1 to 50 squares or 1 to 100 squares, whatever you want. People buy a square, you've seen them yourselves. And there's either a hamper or a gift voucher, whatever you choose, on show there so that they know what they're going to win. And I have a few people who do this within my team and do it successfully every single year. And the amount of business that comes in is amazing, because what they tend to do is bring people to it. These people could be customers, because it's such a fun event. So there's no, like I say, I don't really do much talking at these. It's all about mingling with everybody that's at the event. She does it for a different charity every single year. And when it's for charity, people dig deep. So do that if you want. Percentage goes to charity. And another top tip is to have some products that are already in budgets set out for people. So you could have a £10 selection, you could have a £20 selection, you could have a £50 selection, so that people know, I've got so much to spend here, and you can guide them to whatever it is that's within their budget. So that's my favorite, I have to say, because again, anybody can do this. You don't need to know anything really about the products as such. You don't need to worry about knowing everything. You just throw a party. And the key to that is to have lots and lots of fun, as is Christmas, of course. So from my little helper and ho, 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 have a fabulous Christmas. Get sharing the products, get yourselves out there, get the letters out and get your wish list done. And let's get the jingle bells ringing with the cash this Christmas. Bye. Bye.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Lorna, for all the information you shared with us. All these slides, the ladies that you just seen now, but all of the previous slides, we're going to share them with you. So you'll have a chance to actually read all that information. They shared quite a lot of information, which is really important. And we want you to get all that in. And we're going to be sending you tomorrow by email all these slides and the recording of this webinar. So you could actually watch it again and you could use that information towards your business. Also, we're gonna be loading this webinar in our Vimeo channel. So this is two ways to see this video once again. Through email, we're gonna be sending that tomorrow out with the slides. We're gonna also be fixing the Bettina's part, which we didn't have her slides be seen there. But we're also gonna be uploading everything on Vimeo. So you're gonna be soon having that in your mailbox. So thank you very much for joining us. But obviously, before I leave, and I leave you for tonight, I'm just gonna come back on a promise which I made in the beginning. Do you remember what I promised? I promised that we have a gift for you. So the gift obviously was the fact that we shared lots of information, which we hope you will get to use and benefit your business. But we also have another really nice information, which I think it's about time to reveal that gift to you. Because as we said, Christmas came early and forever. So if we're ready, I think we could put up here the slide that will give the information on what is the gift to you. So basically, we're offering free shipping on your order, which needs to be above £60 or 60 euros at the wholesale price. And so any order, the first order you place, which has to be either this Wednesday, so tomorrow, or Thursday on the 14th, will be free of shipping. That's a gift from us to you. So do take advantage of that. And the only thing you have to do is call in. You cannot place that order online. You have to actually use one of those telephone numbers that we have on you. We have the UK, the Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, and Iceland. So use the number and call in tomorrow or on Thursday. I know that tomorrow the order line is not going to be working the whole day, the full schedule, but on Thursday they're going to be back. So we're actually giving you until Thursday, the end of the day, to get a Christmas gift from us, which is the free shipping on your personal order. And just quote Christmas Cracker. The guys at the order line will check that you were actually there, and obviously to have that information, you were here. And do take advantage of that gift. We can't wait to give lots of gifts like that out to you. All right, so this is it. I hope this has been of value as it was for me. Definitely, we want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. I watched the chat and all the places that you have been watching us, and I love the fact that a lot of you answered questions from each other. I hope you're leaving this webinar a little bit more empowered, a little bit more determined to succeed. We are here for you. We want you to know that. We want you to succeed, and we believe in you. So we can't wait to see you doing exactly that, succeeding, committing to your next goal. We can't wait to see you there, recognized on a new level, or receiving that extra money that you want for Christmas. We can't wait to hear your success stories. So till the next one, thank you very much for joining us. We love you very much, and we can't wait to see you again. Have a lovely night. Bye-bye, everyone.